Jessica here again. A lot has happened since my last video. Sorry. I know I had told you that I had tests happening, like the bone scan and the CT. I did have the CT on Monday, and then I had my follow-up appointment with my oncologist on Tuesday, and my first appointment with my fertility doctor. And I will talk about the fertility doctor first, because she's the one I did see first on Tuesday, the past Tuesday, sorry. It's I have my notes down here because I didn't want to forget anything, so that's why I keep looking down. But I just wanted to make sure I did not forget anything. But I had my first appointment with my fertility doctor on Tuesday, and she explained the process, explained how it would happen, the medication, what the medication will do, what they want to happen. They were very helpful, very knowledgeable. They explained it in a way that I could understand. That her staff was amazing. They're very compassionate. They're very helpful as well. But I did agree to go forward with freezing my eggs. And the way she explained it, because she didn't want to pressure me into the 3 options she gave me, and the third option was freezing my eggs, but the way she explained it is that I wouldn't say, well, the way she explained it is like pretty much being robbed of my choice to have kids because of this cancer. And that's pretty much how I felt. That I didn't think I would be dealing with this at 26, or be sitting in a fertility doctor's office figuring out if I want to have more kids, if I want to do it just in case I decide to have more kids, or just let my ovaries fry from the chemo. It was a lot that day, and like I said, I didn't think I would be dealing with that at 26. I know people are probably going through fertility issues themselves that are younger than me, older than me, I don't know, but for me, it was frustrating because I do feel like, in a way, I am being robbed of my choice. It's not fair, but there's so many things that aren't fair in life, but it's just how I feel. But anyways, that was on Tuesday. That next day, Wednesday, I went back in. I did an ultrasound, did blood work because I just wanted to see how my ovaries are. They took blood work, and I started my the 2 pills that I take. I started my fertility medication, and then I came back in again Thursday, so I pretty much saw my fertility doctor, or pretty much her whole team, and those past few days, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Thursday, I came back in to sign the consent forms, pretty much going over the process again, the risk factors, how they freeze, how much it costs to store them, and everything else. And it took more blood work, and I got my huge bulk of medication. It's a pretty big bulk. I posted it on my Snapchat and my Instagram. And then I had a few people ask me specifically what all it was, so I made a video explaining what all the medication I got that Thursday, and here it is. Okay, so I had quite a few people ask me what that huge haul of medicine was that I posted yesterday, and it's basically my fertility medicine or medication, because I have decided to freeze my eggs because my ovaries will no longer be viable after I do chemo. So this is basically my calendar of each medicine I take a day. The yellow is when I have to go back into the doctor's office for ultrasound and blood work, and it goes about a lot of pages, but Right now, these are the medications I take each day. 2 shots. This pen, these are just for like, these are just the needles. And this shot, and then 2 pills of this one. These are the vials that go into this pen. They have 3 doses, and I have 3 of them. This one right here is another shot I will eventually be taking, but I will not take that one until my IVF coordinator says to, and that's in the calendar as well of when I take that. So eventually I will be taking 3 shots plus the 2 pills. This one right here is my trigger shot. I will take that 32 or 36 hours before they go in to retrieve the eggs. This is just all my syringes and alcohol prep wipes. This is the thing that the pen came in, and it has all the needles, and the boxes come with all the spare needles. So that's pretty much all of it, and my sharps container. So that's all the medication that I will have to deal with, and then my whole calendar. And then this coming week I have appointments with my fertility doctor Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. It's pretty much ultrasounds and blood work just to make sure I'm responding to the medication, make sure that it's working and everything is following in the process that it's supposed to go in. And then before I did agree to sign the consent forms or agree to do it, she wanted to make sure that it was okayed by my oncologist that I go ahead and do the fertility, and he did say okay, so that's why I came in that day to sign the consent forms. But now going back to my follow-up with my oncologist, in my last video I said I had scans coming up, which were the bone scan and the CT scan, and there's no cancer in my bones, and the CT scan showed that it didn't spread anywhere, and my lymph nodes are fine. But they did find a nodule on the left side of my thyroid, and then how do you say this? There are hemangiomas on my liver. They're usually benign tumors, and he said they're very common in my age. So he doesn't think that the cancer could have spread that fast to there, and also that it's common in my age, but he's ordering a test. So I do have an MRI and an ultrasound for the thyroid and the liver, and just to double check with the liver that it isn't cancerous, that it is just the benign tumors that are common. So I have that coming on the 22nd, I believe. And trying to think. Oh, my left side is about 1 inch now. The mass is about 1 inch, and my left side is late stage 1, early stage 2. My right side is about 1.5 centimeters, and it's in stage 1. I did get that kit genetic. They did the KIT genetic testing, and they did find a genetic mutation, but the results came back unspecified, because they're not even sure if that genetic mutation is what caused the cancer to happen. So at this point, they don't know what caused it. That's the part that really sucks, is because I was really hoping that it would tell me, that the genetic testing would tell me where it came from, but they don't. It's unspecified, and that's how it. I just wanted an answer, because it's frustrating. It's very frustrating, and it's just another thing I don't know. But hopefully after all this, everything's done, I'll do my research and find another place that does testing, more testing that I would need. But and then the other blood work, or the blood work that's with that, to see if I'm more prone to cancer in the future, came back negative. So that's good as well. And then the second blood work I did to see if my siblings would need to get tested to see if they have the genetic mutation. That one still hasn't came back. When I met my oncologist, he said it was still pending. And he pretty much came up with a plan that it would be fertility, surgery, and then chemo. And when they do the chemo, my breast surgeon will put a port on my chest that will help me receive the chemo. And hopefully this week I will hear something back from my oncologist, because I know before last week he wanted me to meet with the reconstructive surgeon that week so surgery could happen this coming week or the following week. But I did call my reconstructive surgeon. I couldn't get a consult till December 3rd. So now my breast surgeon, she's trying to get a hold of him to see if he could push up the date of my consult so surgery could happen when my oncologist wanted it to happen this week or the following week. So hopefully I hear something this week. And of course I will let anybody know, everyone know, pretty much on all social media platforms that I have. And in the description below is my Instagram, my Snapchat, the Facebook group that that was created. And these videos will now be on YouTube and on Facebook, because I do have family that don't have Facebook or any type of social media, and they want to be kept updated, so these will be on YouTube as well. And pretty much the same thing. Share it, like it, or just watch it. It's all up to you, but I'd really like for this to help someone in a way, to find someone who's going through the same thing as me, the same age as me, because I'm still, my mind is still baffled at the fact of how did this come about? Where did it come from? Why me? Is the question that keeps going in my head. But I know cancer doesn't pick like, oh, just because they look like this or they're this age. It doesn't work like that. I know, but that's just always the question of why me. And it's a lot. It's a lot mentally and emotionally right now. All the poking, the prodding, the needles, taking the blood. And I haven't even got started on the whole thing. This is just the fertility process. I haven't even done the surgery, the recovery from surgery, chemo. It's just a lot at this point. And now I can just imagine how much it will be when everything starts happening. It's just, I keep it together quite a bit, hopefully. Hopefully is what it seems like. But I know people asked how my son took it. And we found this really amazing YouTube video that's a child telling another child what their family member, mom, dad, uncle is going through cancer. And it's really great, and I'll put it in the description below as well. And I hope nobody has to use that, but just in case. I did explain to him that I do have cancer, that I'm sick, and I did use the word cancer because that's what they say, that you need to use the word. And I pretty much told him the basic area of where it's at, and I asked him if he knew what that was. And at first I thought he did, and then I asked him like, what did he think it was? And at first he thought it was a Pokemon character. But I told him it's not a Pokemon character. I wish it was a Pokemon character, but it's not a Pokemon character. So we had him watch the video. He seemed fine after that. My mom and my sister were there with me while he watched it, and he seemed fine. We left the room. He went to his room. My mom went to his room just to make sure he was okay. And I guess he started crying to her. I can hear him crying, so I went over there. And he just said he didn't want me to die. He didn't want me to die in surgery. Honestly, that I didn't cry at the time to him, because if I cried, that might have probably scared him even more. So I held it in and I told him I'm not gonna die. Doctors do this surgery more often than you think. I'll be fine. I'm not gonna go anywhere, and I keep telling them that I'm not gonna go anywhere. And I don't plan to. That's why I'm doing all of this stuff. Because I don't want to go anywhere. No, it's not an option for me. And that's what I told them is I'll be fine. I will be hurting a lot. I will be feeling so crappy on some days, but I'm willing to go through that to make sure that I stay here for him. And it still comes in waves. Like I said in the last video, it comes in waves. Some days I'll be fine. Some days it'll hit me harder. Some days it'll just hit me, but it still comes. I'm still happy at the fact that it didn't spread anywhere, which is great. But all the information I get, everything that I gotta do right now, till when I am cancer free, is very mental capacity consuming. I don't know if that made sense, but in my head it did, and if it came out and it didn't, I'm sorry. Ow! Sorry, this is not going the way I planned it, but oh well, I hit my leg. But I'm grateful for everyone. Really grateful for everyone here. My friends, my family here, my family in New Mexico, people who have been reaching out to me on Facebook, people who have joined the Facebook group, who I don't even know, who just want to follow my journey, and that's truly amazing. And hopefully it does reach somebody who needs the support or going through the same thing. I still want to hear people's stories of what they've gone through and what chemo was like for them. I know it's different for each person, but I still have yet to know what is going to be like or what to expect. But I have an amazing team of doctors. The fact that they're trying to get my consult pushed ahead, they're all compassionate. They make sure that I'm okay, and it's really appreciated. And I appreciate my grandma making a blanket for me for when I go to the hospital after surgery and in chemo. I've had people ask me if I needed anything during while I'm in the hospital or chemo, such as socks or a book or something, and that's totally up to you if you want to. For those that have asked, it's really appreciated, because honestly I don't know what to expect with that. But I did find these amazing things. I'm not a big fan of pink, but at this point in my life I am, due to the circumstances that I'm in. And what I did not show in my last video was this amazing ball. I know it's probably backwards to you guys right now, but this ball sits on my shelf, and this faces me because that saying right there and that barn 8 sign, that means so much to me. And I'm thankful for my little sister Kaylee for giving me that ball. Man, I bawled my eyes out when she threw it to me, but I love it, and I love everything that everyone's been doing for me, helping me, making sure I'm okay mentally, making sure I'm okay emotionally, making sure I get out of the house, making sure I'm doing stuff. I'm grateful for everyone that's messaging me, asking me if I'm okay, asking if it's okay to ask if I'm okay. But it's all, I couldn't have asked for better people, for the people around me. I am truly grateful, so thankful, and everything anyone does is truly appreciated, because I still have a long road ahead of me. This is just the beginning, as I said. so much to still do, but I'm ready for it. I'm ready to get it done. I'm ready to go through it because I know I can when it happens. I know right now it seems like I don't, but once it comes, I'll be ready. Like I said, I have no option. But there's no other option, so I'm ready to do it. And I'm going to show them how.